Hello and welcome all. In this lecture, which is a bonus lecture, we shall configure BlazorPro Spinkit, which is a collection of loading indicators animated with CSS for Blazor into the app. Now, what's a loading indicator? A loading indicator is probably you might have seen while actually browsing through a big website, a website that is data heavy, where you have actually navigated to a page where some data is downloading from their server, and there are hundreds or thousands of records from the database that it has to retrieve, or it is retrieving a few number of movies. So these are long running operations. It takes time. So in the time that it is retrieving data, you might have observed that some nice cool looking loading indicators are showing you that it is still loading, so that the user remains for better user experience. All right, so we will be configuring the BlazorPro Spinkit for exactly this purpose, and there are a few steps, so please go through the entire lecture. So let's flip over to Visual Studio. Now I have flipped over to Visual Studio, so I'll have to first do a NuGet package. I have to get a NuGet package. So right click on the project level and manage NuGet package. And in the browse window, I have to look for BlazorPro.Spinkit. Okay. So it is searching for it. So BlazorPro.Spinkit, let me install. That is the latest stable version. And I accept the license. So you can see that the BlazorPro.Spinkit is installed. Now another way to do the same thing is to issue a command right from the package manager console. But we will get with this only one method. Okay. The next thing that we need to do is I've opened the imports.razor. So you'll have to make another using statement. You have to include another using statement. So at using, now BlazorPro, automatically it comes on the IntelliSense BlazorPro.Spinkit. The third and the last step that you have to do is to add a component in the style sheet. Okay. Now I have copied the style sheet from the BlazorPro Spinkit documentation on GitHub. That's the open source documentation, and it's ready. It is all configured, actually ready to use. So let's give it a build. Ctrl+Shift+B to see everything is all right or not. Ctrl+Shift+B. So in this, you can see that the build has succeeded. It's all ready for us to do some coding to really get the fun part of it, which we'll take in the next lecture. So in this lecture, we have seen how to configure a third-party NuGet package, BlazorPro.Spinkit, for loading animated design, animated figures, you can say animated shapes like circles. Still, it fetches the data from the database asynchronously.